BBC Television presents...
Hancock.
Kenneth Williams is acting a bit funny. I said Kenneth Williams is acting a bit funny.
Oh, I thought you said he was funny. I thought it was a rhetorical statement of fact, for which no further intercourse was required. However, I do not agree with the aforesaid sentence, which is not representative of reality in any way.
I said Kenneth Williams is acting a bit weird.
Oh, I thought you said his acting was a bit weird. I thought it was a rhetorical statement.
Yeah, very funny. I'm worried about him, that's all.
He is a bit weird, that's all we can say about the matter. I've heard he's just been recruited by Dominic Cummings and Boris Johnson to run the civil service.
Oh, come on, take it seriously, Hancock. I am really genuinely concerned. We've just done Carry On Screaming, and it's affected him. He's taken it the wrong way.
Well, that's a first, isn't it? Someone's been affected by a carry-on film, shouted out from the hilltops. He found it deep and meaningful, did he? Started sobbing at the pathos and was transformed by the erudition of the content.
Yeah, it must have been the role he was playing. He was acting the part of a vampire in the film, and it's turned him a bit funny. He keeps staring at people's necks.
You're not telling me Kenneth Williams has turned into a vampire, Sid? I've got to see this. Don't tell me he wears a black cape and his teeth are growing. I suppose he's suddenly developed a dislike to mirrors, crosses and garlic.
Yeah, that's right, and he won't go out during the day. We had to finish the film off at night, and if you've eaten any garlic, he won't go anywhere near you.
I must remember that. No, it's just one of his little jokes, Sid. He's renowned for his juvenile humour. He got some cheap laughs in the film and he's bleeding it dry. I mean, milking it for all it's worth.
I suppose so. Is he in the next Hancock episode? Because we'll need to get him sorted out if he is. We've got to get his head straight. Get the vampire nonsense out of him.
Now you come to mention it, he is. He's playing a vampire as it happens.
Well, there you are then. I told you things were getting a bit weird.
Ha 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 ha. There's one born every minute, Sid. Got you. Playing a vampire. What an Hancock script. I wouldn't touch any rubbish like that. Hancock's half hour. No, I'll leave that to you chaps in the carry-on team.
Yeah, but what is the next episode called?
The Blood Donor.
That's even flaming worse. That could set him off. What part's he playing?
Well, let me have a look at the script. No, it's all right. He's not in this one.
Good evening. Oh, you've been cooking the garlic. What upon disgusting stuff. Oh, I'm not kissing you.
Just a little garlic salt, Williams. It brings out the flavour. It's getting dark very early, isn't it?
I only come out after dark. The sun brings me out in a rush, you know.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you going to a fancy dress party or something, Williams?
No. Oh, it's my new look. I'm a vampire.
Yes, of course you are, Kenneth. They told me you weren't yourself. Well, unfortunately, you haven't lost your sense of humour.
I am a vampire. You mustn't mock me. I'll report it as a hate crime. Anyway, I've come about next week's Hancock script.
Yes, it's a very good script. Potentially one of our best, but unfortunately you're not in it.
What's it called?
Well, it's called The Blood Donor, as it happened.
Ooh, the blood donut. Oh, I like those donuts with all the red oozing it is. Is there plenty of blood in it?
Absolutely not. Blood doesn't even get a mention.
Well, why do they want to call it the blood donor then? Stupid name. Call it the sperm donor or something.
Well, you're not playing a vampire in this one, mate. We're doing a very humorous script called The Blood Donor, which, as it says, is about a man who donates blood. It's nothing to do with vampires, Williams.
Oh, go on, stick a vampire in it for me. It's right up my alley. You'll add a touch of class to it.
Well, let me see. I'll go and have a think about it. No. It's a comedy, not a cheap horror flick, Williams. I'm sure we can squeeze you in if you're that keen, though. What about like playing a hospital nurse?
Is the nurse a vampire?
No.
I bet she wears a black cape and has long teeth.
No, she does not. Do you want to be in this script or not, Williams?
What's the point of having an episode called A Blood Donor if there's no vampire in it? It makes perfect sense. You donate it and I drink it.
There are no vampires in this episode, Williams. I'm fed up to my back teeth with you. You've got to suck it up.
Ooh, fed up to your back teeth, are you? Oh, I'm starting to feel hungry.
Sid, can you come here to explain to Kenneth he can't be in the next episode? I think he's having a flaming episode by the sound of it.
I think you've bitten off more than you can chew this time, Ken.
Oh no, I don't chew. I just puncture things with my incisors.
Hello there. You're Mr. Hancock, I presume. I don't want to worry you, but I believe you may be harbouring a vampire in your midst.
How did you know? He was here just a minute ago. Yeah, it was Kenneth Williams, you know, from the Carry On films and Hancock Half Hour.
Yes, that's him. It's very urgent. We think he's got vampirism, which is a clinical condition, which means he's obsessed with drinking blood. L3 Studios called us. He was acting strangely on the Carry On set.
Yes, well, sort him out and bring him back in a couple of years. We're not in any hurry.
Oh, don't worry, we will. He must be stopped. He might try and bite you.
Yeah, that confirms it. I told you he was acting strange, Hancock.
Where is Williams? He was here a moment ago. He's probably nipped down the local for a pint.
It's no laughing matter, Mr. Hancock. He won't stop at a pint. I am Hildebrand von Jakes, the noted clinical psychiatrist. I'm afraid Mr. Williams must be apprehended before he gets a taste of blood.
Yes, it's all very worrying. He wanted to appear in The Blood Donor, our next episode of Hancock's Half Hour. I offered him the part of a nurse in a hospital blood bank.
That would be a very dangerous thing to do, Mr. Hancock.
But we didn't know he was completely round the bend then, did we?
The late, great Sigmund Freud had a theory that actors can identify very strongly with the parts they play, particularly if it's a vampire, and this can affect them after they have finished the role. It's called Dracularian transference. I'd better warn all the blood banks and hospitals in the area.
You should have seen this coming, Sid. Williams could never handle his drink, could he? Very nasty. What a way to go. Still, they'll have to lock him up. They can't go letting him run around like that, can they? They might shoot him. I'll give them a ring and suggest it, shall I?
They won't have to go as far as that to kill him. A lie down and a few aspirin and he'll be right as rain. He's probably a bit anemic, that's all.
Oh, it's going to take more than aspirin to wean him off the old claret, Sid. He's got a thirst for it. One minute he's doing his lines, the next minute his incisors will be ripping your throat out.
Has the old trout gone? She thinks I'm mad, silly son. I'm not mad. I've just discovered I like blood. Nothing odd about that, is there? After all, it's natural. We've all got some. Some people have a bit more than others. They're a bit greedy, that's all. They don't want to share it. Now, am I in the flaming blood donor script or not?
We'd better humour him, Sid. He might go berserk.
Humour, that's not our strongest point, is it?
Yes, just settle down now, Kenneth. Here's the first part of the script. This is me talking. I've come in answer to your advert on the wall next to the Eagle Laundry in Pelham Road. An advert, a poster, I believe. It's a nurse, a Red Cross lady pointing at you with a moustache and beard penciled in. Your blood can save a life.
Yes, that's what I always say. Your blood can save a life. Mine.
You're supposed to be a nurse, William.
Yes, that's a good idea. A pint of blood is just what I need. Give it here.
No, that's no good. The nurse in the script says, I see you wish to become a blood donor.
Stop messing about. I'll say get straight to the points. I'll just sink my teeth in, shall I?
This blood isn't for the nurse, it's for the National Health Service. I'm the actor who's giving blood for everyone else.
Oh, then you can spare a bit for me, can't you?
Just stick to the script. Then I say, I've been thinking about this for a long time. Something for the benefit of the country as a whole. What should it be, I thought? Become a blood donor or join the Young Conservatives? Anyway, as I'm not looking for a wife and I can't play table tennis, here I am. A body full of good British blood and raring to go.
Who's that supposed to be then? Who are you playing? I like a bit of full-bodied British. It goes down a treat, doesn't touch the sides.
Do you mind, Williams? You're making me feel a bit queasy. Stick to the script. Anyway, the nurse says, if you'll just sit down, I'll take a few particulars.
Is she going to take your blood and put it in a bag? I'd like to do that bit. I've got one with me. It's a doggy bag.
Just sit there and be quiet, Williams. The nurse goes on and asks my nationality, and I say, you've got nothing to worry about there. It's the blood you're thinking about, isn't it? British through and through, undiluted for 12 generations, 100% Anglo-Saxon, perhaps just a dash of Viking. Nothing else has crept in. Anyone who gets any of this will have nothing to complain about. There's aristocracy in here. You've got to be careful who you're giving it to. It's like motor oil. It doesn't mix.
I'm not fussed. I'll drink anything as long as it's red. I like to mix it with tomato juice and call it a Bloody Mary.
Yes, you're beginning to get a feel for it, Williams. In the script, the nurse says, quite rightly, Mr. Hancock, when a blood transfusion is being given, the family background is of no consequence. Then the doctor says, you're rhesus positive. And I say, rhesus? They're monkeys, aren't they? How dare you? What are you implying? I didn't come to be insulted by a legalised vampire.
I'm not going to be in this script to have my race and religion insulted.
All right, we'll edit that bit out then, just for you.
Yes, good, that makes me feel a bit better.
All right, you've come round to our way of thinking then, Ken. So you want to play the nurse in The Blood Donor?
No, I want to play the vampire. I wouldn't feel comfortable otherwise.
Sid, get him off.
No, leave me alone, I'm thirsty.
Don't struggle, Mr. Williams. It's all right, Mr. Hancock. We've got him. We'll get him right as rain in a few weeks.
Well, thanks, Sid. Without your help, I don't know what would have happened. He'd sunk his teeth right into my flaming throat. I could feel me life draining away.
Wasn't Ken sticking his teeth in you? That was me.